Okay, for the last half an hour, I've been blithering stupidly. Actually, the blithering wasn't stupid, it was just that the camera was off. Because I didn't press record, so automatically the camera shuts off. So, just painted in this roof. I painted the sunlight facing walls earlier. And I did those off camera. Let me just get to painting this roof and then I'll reiterate. I'll just restate what I stated a few minutes ago briefly. I don't want to go into it too deeply because, like I say, I'm kind of sick of talking now, considering my camera was off. I'm just going to lay in, this part of the roof. This has sunlight directly hitting it, more or less. This is at an angle. It's the light rays are glancing off of the roof, so we're not seeing this as quite as light in quite as much light and intensity as we are the rest of the roof. So that'll be on the darker side of things. That might be a little too dark. I was already struggling with this roof during the part that I was not filming. I was lamenting the fact that I was being too smooth with my strokes, and as a result it was looking like a really amateurish attempt. But I did manage to put a little patch on the roof here, which I thought was nice, broke it up a little bit. I know that I had mentioned I wasn't going to paint individual boards on the roof, and I just really ended up not quite doing that, but in a way I did as well. Really what they are is not so much boards, but cracks where boards have separated from each other, or there's some wood missing, what have you. So, I'm not feeling too guilty about that, but I do that now and then. I'll do a bunch of talking and painting. And once I'm done, and I think to myself, well, that's been a good little clip. That's probably helpful to people. Then I'll stand up from the canvas and look back at the camera and realize that because I hadn't pressed record, the camera shut itself off. Yeah, I am a special kind of stupid sometimes. I'm not Justin Trudeau stupid, but pretty close. Okay. I think our value is about right on this one. Catching a little bit of light, not too much. Guess I don't have to be too afraid of getting close to the edge there, because I still have to paint the sky around these roofs. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, you know, let's just go a step darker. Okay, okay, keeps it interesting. Oh, you know what, while we're at it, I think that's a color we could use right there. How about that, eh? How about that? That's gonna work. Okay, let me just back the camera up a little bit now. What I was saying earlier, so we have our focal area. This is our focal point. By the time the painting's done, we could zero in on one particular spot, which is actually a pointless exercise. Our focal area, our area of greatest area, or our area of greatest interest, and then our focal area. Okay, zeroing in sort of around here somewhere. Very central to the canvas, but what I'm going to do now that I have these colors, these values laid in, I know what I can get away with regarding the values on this sort of grassy hill that goes down. And I know that I'm going to be allowed now to intensify the chroma and the value of the green as we move to the left. So we'll have, you know, this lighter, warmer green against the cooler, shadowy rock. That provides a good bit of drama. It'll be even stronger when I put a few brushes, making it very intense here. So we'll have this one sliver of light, colorful light, sort of blossoming into these buildings, and then heading off into the sky, which will be repeated by the cloud cover to some degree. I'm liking that. I'm really happy with the way these turned out. I'd hoped that I had planned to have more of that on film, but I guess 'twas not to be. As usual, I've left out the contents of the doorway, whether it's even going to remain a doorway. I still often like to say, okay, it was a doorway a minute ago and now it becomes a door. But I haven't decided yet. As usual, we leave that till the end of the painting. Okay. Bottom of that door jamb, not a door jamb, it's just a stud, is catching more light than the top. Because obviously the light is reflecting from the ground upwards into the shadows that are created by the overhang. Okay. I think we can leave that as it is for the moment. Yeah, let me square the camera off and give you a better view of it. Those buildings, they're a little bit on the tidy side. A little tidier than I had wanted. But that's okay, as long as there's enough interest. You know, I'd like to leave, you know, show a couple of rafters there. Show some studs there, you know. There's a big plank missing off the front of the hut shed. Some boards missing, some boards rotten away, you know. This is all stuff we want. Gives buildings character, personality. Tells you there's a bit of a story behind them. But here we sit. I think it's looking good. And still heading in the right direction. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.